To the Cylinder Turf Club for Barrow Trials on this Wednesday, the 3rd of September. And I believe we only have 3 trials taking place. I think that trial 4 has been dissolved, and the runners have now been separated into respective trials 1, 2, and 3. So we'll play it by ear through the course of the morning and see what happens. But nonetheless, the first trial begins in approximately 10 minutes' time. And there should be about 10 runners for the first trial, so quite an action-packed trial here. Starting off with Golden Horse, will be ridden by AK Lim. Chiharu to be ridden by Andre De Silva. Smart Cats, HC Lian. Rocky Pegasus will be ridden by A. Azizi. Hatim to be ridden by Uzair. Awesome, J. Ikram. Fortune Gold, Arshafiq. And then Golden Pegasus will be ridden by Bernardo Pinheiro. And Noah Khan will be ridden by Y. Ify. So quite a big field, about 10 runners will take place, and the first trial begins in approximately 10 minutes time. Runners moving into line for the first of 3 trials, I believe it is, as the 4th trial has been dispersed and has been equally spread across trials 1, 2 and 3. So Golden Pegasus and Rocky Pegasus from trial 4 is now entered into trial 1, so it's a field of 10 to open up proceedings. Field of 9 rather, as number star has been withdrawn from this trial. The first 2 have moved in, Chiharu and Golden Horse, now for the turn of Smart Cat. Her team moves in. Next load will be Awesome. Awesome just matched away at the first attempt. Is proving to be quite reluctant to get closer to the starting stalls, despite the urgings of Ikram. Now moving a little bit closer. It's about halfway in, and now moves into line. So Awesome stepped forward, and we've got 4 runners left to load, so just over half the field still. Fortune Gold. There's the blue cap. Moving into line now, Noah Khan. Now for the turn of Rocky Pegasus. And Golden Pegasus steps forward. First trial of the morning. Flags up, just about sets and ready. 9 runners, 1,000 meters, and they're off and trialing in the first trial. And Chiharu was about 2 lengths slow into stride. Deep right on the track, Noah Khan, one of the first to break towards the inside. Smart Cat showing pace, and in between runners you've got Hud Team. Deep routes on the track pushing forward now, Rocky Pegasus as well as Golden Pegasus. Then a further 2 lengths further back in the field along the inside is Golden Horse racing ahead of Chiharu after that slow start has improved. 2 lengths further back to Awesome, and outpaced at this stage is Fortune Gold, who's racing well back in the field and probably about a dozen lengths off the leader as they turn for home. With just on 400 meters left to travel. Up in front, Noah Khan the leader by about 3 lengths to Smart Cat. Deep routes is Golden Pegasus alongside Rocky Pegasus. Then 4 lengths further back in the field to Golden Horse racing just ahead of Hud Team, and then comes Chiharu as they're into the final 200 meters now. Noah Khan still in front. Deep routes on the track, Golden Pegasus trying to cut back the deficit, but will be Noah Khan that's going to open up proceedings. Will win going away and wins by about 2.5 lengths. Second and third gets close. Maybe the outside Golden Pegasus just ahead of Rocky Pegasus. Then in behind that Smart Cat, followed by Fortune Gold, who ran on in behind those. Chiharu, Golden Horse Had Team, and fading out was Awesome. So Noah Khan, the Tunku Gold Cup winner, wins rather comfortably in the first trial for the morning, and never looked back after he picked up the lead from a bit of a wide draw and got there quite comfortably at the end. Wins by about 2.5 lengths in the closing stages. Second, it's a bob over the noses, but it will go towards the outside. Golden Pegasus ahead of Rocky Pegasus. Then came Smart Cat back in 4th, followed by Fortune Gold, who wasn't disgraced back in 5th, ran on despite being well back in the field, followed by Chiharu. Then came Golden Horse, followed by her team, and Awesome was the last one. So just to confirm the numbers for the first trial, Noah Khan the winner. Second place, Golden Pegasus, ahead of Rocky Pegasus in third. Fourth place, Smart Cat. In fifth was Fortune Gold. Sixth was Chiharu. In seventh, Golden Horse. Eighth place, Hatim. And Awesome was last across the line in ninth. That's the results for Trial 1. Up next will be Trial 2, and the runners and riders will appear on screen shortly. So up next, Trial 2, runners and riders on the screen. Quite a big field once again. We start off with the unnamed runner by Grunt. The filly from the Mahadi stables, ridden by Shafiq. Running Spirit will be ridden by Clyde Leck. Crown Dancing, M. Lutman. Born to Win, S. Uzair. The Wonderbolt, Z. Karil. Radial Glass, M. Etdiar. Stretchy 4 will be ridden by J. Kamarudan. R.S. Parker will be ridden by Andre De Silva, and Limitless Spear will be ridden by Bernardo Pinheiro. Now enters this trial. Those are the runners and riders for Trial 2, and they should be making their way down to the start shortly. And it should commence in approximately 8 or 9 minutes' time. Runners moving into line for the second trial of the morning, Running Spirit, the first one. So they were working on Raise Your Glass for the last 5 or 6 minutes. And he was very temperamental trying to go in, so there is a good chance that he's been removed from this trial, as he is quite a far back now from the remaining field. So I think Raise Your Glass, who has refused to load, might go around in the next trial, but we'll wait for confirmation with regards to that. But Raise Your Glass will not be taking part in this trial. He was actually having a starting stall test, as he was unable to be loaded, and obviously has failed. All the while, the first 4 runners have moved in. The Wonderbolt was next into line. So down to a field of 8 runners. Stretchy 4 moves in. Runners now loaded: Running Spirit, Crown Dancing, So Long. The Wonderbolt. Stretchy 4, now for the turn of RS Parker. Limitless Spear steps forward, and the last one will be the unnamed runner with the ride of Shafiq, the filly by Grant out of Yulon Mercury. And the unnamed runner moves in, flags up, 1,000 meters, gates are back and away and trialing from the 1,000 meter mark, and Limitless Spear blew the start and lost about 4 lengths. When the starter said go, the unnamed runner along the inside under Shafiq broke out quickest of all. Alongside her is Crown Dancing, and deeper out on the track, the Wonderbolt. They make it a line of 3 with 2 lengths further back in the field. 2 Running Spirit racing alongside Stretchy 4, then 2 lengths away. Up on the outside of runners now is Limitless Spear. After that slow start is improving alongside RS Parker, and Switched Off is Born to Win. That's racing 9 lengths off the leaders as they're homeward bound. 400 meters left to travel, and up in front is the unnamed runner under Shafiq. Got a lead about a half a length to the Wonderbolt. Then a breakaway about 5 lengths in running. Further back to Crown Dancing, racing ahead of Stretchy 4. Along the inside is Running Spirit. Deeper out, Limitless Spear racing alongside RS Parker as they're into the final 150 meters though. Will Wonderbolt picked up the lead, shoots clear under Tariel, and the Wonderbolt will win going away. Wins by about 3.5 lengths. And wins rather comfortably. Second place, the unnamed runner, followed by Stretchy 4. Back and forth, you had Crown Dancing finishing ahead of Born to Win. In behind that, along the inside, was Running Spirit. Then came further back in the field, RS Parker, and Limitless Spear was the last one. So the Wonderbolt, who's returning after respiratory distress picked up in his last run, quickens up best of all. Tariel giving him a smack down the side, showed an instant turn of foot, and wins going away. Wins by about 3.5 lengths in the closing stages. Second place was the unnamed runner, who tried to go all the way up in front. The filly by Grant out of Yulon Mercury for the Mahadi stable will finish up into that second spot. Then came Stretchy 4 back in third, who is carded to race this weekend on Saturday. Fourth place, Crown Dancing. Then came Running Spirit along the inside, just ahead of Born to Win. Further back to RS Parker, and Limitless Spear was the last one. So just to repeat the numbers, the Wonderbolt the winner. Second place, the unnamed runner, the Grant filly out of Yulon Mercury, ridden by Shafiq. Third place, Stretchy 4. In fourth was Crown Dancing. Fifth place, Running Spirit. In sixth was Born to Win. Seventh, RS Parker. And Limitless Spear was the last across the line. That completes trial 2. We now move across to the third and final trial for the morning, and runners and riders will appear on screen shortly. runners and riders for the third and final trial of the morning. Starting off with Always Lucky, who'll be ridden by Clyde Leck. Mater Sky, M. Zilhilmi. Mater Reliable, will be ridden by Andre de Silva. Northern Cafe, S. Shazman. Northern Beach, A. Nazir. Shadow Dancer, will be ridden by S. Beholden. Sir Ruby, H.S. Gill. Reversion, will be ridden by Bernardo Pinheiro. And Moshi Moshi will be ridden by M. Etiar. Those are the runners and riders for the third and final trial, and they should be making their way down to the start shortly. So runners moving into line now. Always Lucky, the first one to step forward. Worked quite a long time on Shadow Dancer, but refused to load. Although I don't think they've given up on him just yet, so they might try again in a couple of moments' time. This is the third and final trial for the morning. Next load will be Mega Reliable. Now for the turn of Sir Ruby, steps forward. And looks like they're going to try again with Shadow Dancer. He has already had quite a lot of time spent on him, trying to move him into line. And Shadow Dancer backs away. So I think time might have run out for Shadow Dancer. We'll wait for further confirmation with regards to that. And can confirm Shadow Dancer is leaving the loading process. So Shadow Dancer will not be taking part in the third and final trial for the morning as Robertian steps forward. Next couple to load will be Moshi Moshi, who will now be ridden by Zaki. It's initially supposed to be ridden by Ektiar. Still waiting on 3 runners to complete the loading process here. Just a reminder, racing takes place on Saturday here at the Turnbull Turf Club, with 12 races on the program. That will be the Saturday on the 6th of September as Northern Cafe is now playing up, but now moves in. And the last 2 to load will be Moshi Moshi and Northern Beach. Moshi Moshi moves in. Northern Beach, the last one. Moves in, 1,000 meters, final trial for the morning. Set. And they're off and trialing from the 1,000 meter mark. And Robertian lost about 4 or 5 lengths when the starter said go, and he's back in the early stages of the trial. Towards the inside, Meta Sky broke out on speed with Meta Reliable showing pace as well, being followed further back by Always Lucky along the inside. Pushing forward on the outside of runners is Moshi Moshi, trying to get up into a better position. Northern Cafe ahead of Northern Beach, then 2 lengths further back to Sir Ruby, and about 3.5 lengths further back in the field to Robertian, who is the back marker. The field's a bit more compact now as they make their way towards the 500 meter mark, and it's a line of 3 up in front with Meta Sky, Meta Reliable, and deepest out Moshi Moshi. They're being followed further back by Always Lucky, who takes the shortest route terminal on the inside. Northern Beach is in behind those with Northern Cafe, with Robertian's deep route on the track. alongside Sir Ruby as they're into the final 150 metres, and Always Lucky in a matter of strides picked up the lead, shoots clear, and has drawn about 3 lengths to the good Sir Ruby's deep route on the track running on. But it'll be too little too late for him, as up in front Always Lucky, the winner from Sir Ruby. Meadow Stride never came off the bits in third. Then further back in the field was Moshi Moshi ahead of Northern Beach, Northern Cafe, followed further back by Meadow Reliable, and then last across the line was Robertian, who was slow into stride. So it will be Always Lucky from the Joseph Lett stable and Clyde Letter board. So at the shortest route home, Meadow Sky made his run down the middle of the track, and Always Lucky went straight along the inside and will win by just about a length and 3/4 with the run down to the line. Sir Ruby, certainly an interesting runner. It's hard held with a very strong finish in the closing stages, and Meadow Sky, who dictated most of the race up in front, never came off the bits. It was a nice exercise gallop for him, followed by Moshi Moshi back in fourth. Then further back to Northern Beach. Followed by Northern Cafe, who was ahead of Meadow Reliable, and Robertian was last across the line, and Shadow Dancer never took part. So the numbers for the final trial: Always Lucky the winner, followed by Sir Ruby in second, third place Meadow Sky, in fourth was Moshi Moshi, fifth was Northern Beach, sixth place Northern Cafe, in seventh Meadow Reliable, and Robertian was the last one. That completes our trials for this Wednesday, the 3rd of September, and we'll be back here on the 6th of September for racing this Saturday at the Selindor Turf Club. 12 races carded, and looking forward to that, as well as 12 races in Ipoh on Sunday, the 7th of September as well. So until this weekend, farewell, and hope you have a great couple of days in the build-up to this race meeting. Make sure to follow all of the social media pages set on the Selindor Turf Club with regards to Facebook and X, and stay in touch with all the racing information on those social media platforms.